We're good.
It's hockey night in Bloomington, and Jaguar girls hockey is on the air. Welcome to the state of hockey, and welcome to the Bloomington Ice Garden, the home of your Jefferson Jaguars. Where tonight, the Jaguars welcome in the Royals from the cooperative of Hopkins High School and St. Louis Park High School for a Section 6 AA matchup. With cameraman Johnny Rash, broadcast partner Ryan Kuhn, I'm Kurt Krenz. And Ryan, the Jaguars coming off a raucous drubbing of New Prague on Tuesday night. They got an important one here tonight, but they should be brimming with confidence after that game.
Yeah, and let's hope that some of the positive sort of things that we saw, granted, like, that was a bizarre game with only giving up one shot, but hopefully we come in sort of on a high note, carrying over some of the energy, some of the enthusiasm. I think it's going to be extremely important to get on the board early tonight, Kurt.
I agree with that. The Jaguars starters getting announced right now. In goal tonight, it's senior co-captain Sarah Rash. On defense, senior co-captain Kara Krenz. She'll be paired with junior Vea Flanders. And up front for the Jaguars, we have junior co-captain Allegra Kuhn, junior center Carmen Melnichuk, and who's the third one on that line?
Harlow Johnson.
Harlow Johnson on that line. We're going to have the national anthem here. We'll come back and get you ready for puck drop. Your national anthem from the Bloomington Ice Garden. The Jaguars will skate left to right in this, the opening stanza, dressed in their home whites, trimmed in Columbia blue and silver, royal blue helmets and breezers, script Jaguars diagonally across the front of their sweaters. The visitors from Hopkins Park in their road blue jerseys, trimmed in orange and white, white helmets, blue breezers, and a royal crown on the front of their sweaters. Well, Ryan, we played this team in the section playoffs last year. It was a close match. What are you anticipating tonight?
I'm expecting this will probably be close to, Kurt. Both teams come in with identical 4-6 records, which isn't always comparable, right? Quality of competition matters. They obviously have played very different schedules, but I think it's probably indicative that tonight's game is going to be competitive, and that's where I came at. If we can get on the board first, sort of get confidence, put a little pressure on the opposition. The Royals team doesn't score a lot of goals. Again, so far, only 10 games in, but they're averaging just under 2. They don't give up many goals. So if those stats are indicative, it could be a low-scoring affair. And the JV team, also low-scoring. It was very difficult to get quality scoring opportunities. So that's what we'll be looking for early.
Yeah, I wonder how many of those JV players we'll see up here at the varsity tonight. The game is on. Puck down. Face-off won initially by the Royals, but Jaguars forechecking right in front of the bench. Picked up by Kren. She'll push it low. Allegra Kuhn on the forecheck. Goes down in the corner, but she's back up right away. Jaguars forechecking. Poked out to Melnichuk. Melnichuk cycles it behind the net now. The Royals will pick up. They'll try to exit out that right side. Pinching is Carmen. Good start here for the Jaguars. Hard pinch there by Flanders. A little bit of a continuation of what we saw the other night, Ryan.
Yeah, last Tuesday the D played very aggressive, but again, I think they were confident they could get away with that considering they gave up one shot all game.
Now here come the Royals over the line, going down that Krenz side. Krenz deflects that shot, goes high up off the glass, puck bounces out to the middle, cleared aside by a sprawling Harlow Johnson. Kuhn will pick that up, send it to Johnson, gets a tip on it. Not hard enough for icing as the Jaguars change out all 5, Ryan.
We saw in that JV game too, Kurt, something to watch for. Consistently, this Hopkins Park team shot high. Like all of their shots were waist high from the goalie and up. We haven't had a shot yet, but that's something to see if that's coached into the team.
Just about a minute into this matchup here at the Bloomington Ice Garden. We're scoreless. Now across the blue line come the Royals down the Walsh side. Centering pass. Kalina stops Epic. Lands on the stick of a Royal. Shot is blocked before it can get to Rash. Jostled around there to Rash's left. Picking up behind the net there is Kayla Starr. She's going to have it to Oslin. Oslin drops it for Starr. Starr with a head of speed going wide. Starr coming in on the forecheck. Goes to the backhand. Tried to go 5-hole. Nice stop there, Ryan.
That was, and good job from the Hopkins D there trailing because we had a forward crashing in ready for that rebound. Got swept aside.
Shots 1-1 here as we play in the first period. Jaguars will tip it deep. Abelin goes for a change. Third line on for the Jags, Natalie Thornburg, and 4-goal scorer Etta Woodford of the last game on for the Jags. Right, we could use another instance of that tonight.
Yeah, and that third line overall has been playing much better the last few games. So, whether it shows up as goals or whatnot, they've been generating scoring chances, which we're going to need that depth in this game. Right, you can see the Hopkins Park has plenty of bodies on the bench to roll out, and they were rotating players in and out of JV. So I'm guessing they'll be rolling minimally 3 lines all night.
Jaguars ice the puck here. Trineri will take this face off. Picked up by Thornburg. She just chips it out to the neutral zone. Well, it definitely helps keep that pace high if you can keep 3 lines going. Now with numbers, Park over the line. Rash with the save in front, cleared to the corner by Krenz. Good stop there by Rash. Ryan, early on.
Yeah, and that was dangerous because Hopkins came in. They had sort of a secondary break 3-on-1. Jefferson got caught with all forwards high, and it got turned back the other way.
Now tipped out to the neutral zone. Thornburg will pick up. She's got Woodford with her. Woodford will forecheck as Thornburg goes for a change. Behind the cage, Hopkins winds. Melnichuk there to bat that puck, but cleared out by Hopkins. It'll be Knutson on her horse to catch up with this one. She'll turn to the outside, chip it out to the neutral zone. That could have been played by the Hopkins defenseman, so no icing. 2 Jaguars forechecking here, but Hopkins breaks that press. They'll work it ahead now. And possibly an odd man rush here down that Knutson side. Centering pass through the middle.
Penalty.
Kuhn may have gotten away with one there, but we play on. Now Jaguars possible break, but kind of kicking it around at the blue line here. A lot of passes hitting a lot of shin pads there, Ryan.
We saw that on the JV game too, Kurt, where the first few minutes we just didn't have much flow. I don't know if it takes the girls a shift or two to sort of get warmed up.
Kayla Starr with it in the neutral zone. I'll chip it over to Abelin. Abelin for Flanders. Flanders up through the middle, hits Oslin in stride. Oslin around a fallen defenseman, but then she goes down herself. Abelin will send that up to Krenz at the point. Krenz walking the blue line. Tries to go back to Abelin, but it's a little too far out of her reach. Oslin now behind the net for Abelin. Abelin backhanded for Krenz at the point. Krenz walks that blue line to Abelin. Good work here by the Jaguars. Over to Walsh. Shot coming in.
Sharp shot.
Deflected, saved by the goalie. Picked up by Starr. Starr, good pressure. Best pressure of the night here by the Jags. Oslin below the goal line. She'll pivot. Protects the puck with her body. To the middle now. Oslin whistles one just wide. Thought that may have been labeled, Ryan. But
that did. That looked like it was going near side upper corner. Oslin with another chance here.
Great pressure, and then Oslin throws it out of the zone.
Again, a little bit of miscommunication there. It looked like Oslin was going to drop it for Krenz, but then decided not to.
Well, the Jaguars only mustered 1 shot during that whole flurry, but good possession now. And Hopkins will enter the zone. Knutson defending. Centering pass through the crease. Rash stops that, and she'll hold for a face-off. Well, 12:01 to go here. First period shots are 4-2 for Hopkins, but this like we talked in the pregame, Ryan, this seems like an even matchup.
It does. That was really good puck movement on that first, that last possession, though, where we maintained time in the zone. That was good to see. We just couldn't quite set up the blue liners to get a clean shot off.
Johnson off the faceoff plays it down. That'll be picked up by the Hopkins defenseman. Kuhn forechecking. In comes Melnichuk now. They'll try to go up that side, held in by Olivia. Go behind the net.
Ooh.
Nice move there by the defenseman, but then turns it over. Aggressive pinch there by Kylie Wheelock. She's below the dot now. Picked up by Johnson. Thought she got tripped. Maybe just fell. Now got Allegra Kuhn playing defense. To the middle is the Royals. Rash, rebound left. Got the first one. Johnson picks up. She'll just chip it out to the neutral zone. Hopkins regrouping, but they make an ill-advised pass, and they'll have to retreat. Jaguars changing all players. Out of the zone now. Trineri intercepts. She'll kick it low. Woodford forechecking. Big pinch from Flanders coming up here down the boards. Holds that puck in. Jaguars continuing the aggressive forecheck round.
Yeah, and this has been pretty physical early on, and man, the refs are letting them play.
Steal out in front, Flanders. Oh, Thornburg fanned on the shot.
Beautiful
Set up nice by Flanders there. Jaguars got to get back now. Krenz is defending. Shot come the middle. Rash save. Rebound. Krenz clears to the corner. Picked up by the Royals. Thornburg will work it ahead for Woodford. End of her shift. She'll clear it in. Krenz in on the forecheck here now. Hopkins will reverse.
Killing time to let the forward line get on the ice curve.
Played out to the neutral zone. Starr back for it. Starr's going to skate this ahead. Over the line. Forecheck coming in, rifled over the net. Jaguars with only 2 shots to this point.
Had a couple of scoring chances, though, Kurt, like that one included, where we got shots and just missed the net.
Hopkins takes an icing. 10:05 to go here, Ryan.
We're down on shots 7-2, but I'd say like scoring opportunities have been about even. The Jags just aren't hitting the net here, Kurt. We're creating chances. We're just not converting.
We've had play in the offensive zone more so than they have, but yeah, they're getting more shots to this point. Now Evelyn wins that draw, but we get a whistle. Maybe she moved in early.
Well, somebody did, but they didn't kick anybody out, so.
Starr.
Now they're kicking her out. Yep, second attempt.
In will come Ava Oslin to take the draw. She loses. Around the net are Hopkins, but another hard pinch by the Jags defenseman. This time that was Walsh.
And I think if we can get away with that, Kurt, it's a good strategy. It forces pressure. It's just incumbent on the forwards recognizing it and covering.
Starr drops it for Abelin. 2-man game now to Walsh at the point. Walsh shot coming in. That was tipped by Starr right on net. Don't see a shot credited going up, but Jaguars continue to hold the puck in. Starr with the steal. Out to Walsh at the line. Good at the line, I guess.
I do think she kept that in. We had a good vantage point on that one.
Cleared around.
Another aggressive hold.
That's Knutson. There's a shot by the Jags. Directed to the corner. Starr.
Man.
Physical challenge in the corner.
They are letting them play, Kurt.
Walsh coming in hard now. Chipped out by the Royals. Picked up by Melnichuk. She'll work it over to Knutson. Knutson through the middle. Kuhn tips it ahead. Hits the linesman there. Jaguars regain possession. Johnson with through. She shoots and she scores! Harlow Johnson! The Jaguars strike first! Harlow Johnson from Allegra Kuhn, was it right?
From Allegra, yeah. That Kurt looked like that puck hit Harlow's stick, and she momentarily was like, look what I found.
With 8:55 to go in the first period, it's 1-0 Jefferson. Well, Ryan, we've seen in this young season, Harlow Johnson has a snipe of a shot, and she used it there, blocker side high, beat that Hopkins tender cleanly.
You could almost see she contemplated, do I carry this in? And she decided, forget that, just load it up and kick the corner.
Melnichuk picking up a secondary assist on that play. Jaguars with the early lead after dominating possession here so far. Now puck in the neutral zone. Regrouping are the Royals, but hard forecheck by Kuhn. Forces them back. Jaguars just keep pressuring, and Hopkins Ahead they come now, possible numbers. Jaguars 2 back though, down that Wheelock side. Wheelock will force that play to the corner, stick with her behind the net. Dropped, and Wheelock will pick up. She's got room. Out to Austin, can't handle the pass though, and Austin recovers enough to allow the Jaguars to tip that to neutral. They'll get some changes behind the play. I like this aggressive style of play by the Jaguars.
No, I do too. And again, I think it works as long as the refs are going to let them play like this. Because, Kurt, there is some flat-out checking going on.
Now turnover at the line, but good stick check. Didn't notice which Jaguar got a stick on that, but the puck ramped out of play.
Yeah, and it's been physical both ways. I mean, there's girls getting moved into the boards aggressively, bodies hitting the ice, but so far penalty-free, knock on wood.
7:53 to go here, opening period. Jaguars up 1-0, closing that shot deficit now to 5, just to 2, that is, 7-5 for Hopkins. Trineri in on the draw, being cautioned to back up a bit. Now the linesman drops it while the referee was kind of in the middle of the play, so they're going to redo it.
Yeah, I think he might have been asking for Knutson to back up her skate. This ref seems to be a bit of a stickler for positioning. Like, she was maybe over that line by 6 inches. Most refs let them get halfway into the circle.
Trineri wins that faceoff. Skated ahead is Woodford off of the Thornburg stick, though, and that's a turnover. Carried into the zone now is Hopkins. Shot coming in, Rash deflects it to the corner with her glove. Woodford overskates it. Not weak shot coming in, and Rash will cover that up. Well, yeah, Hopkins getting some shots here, Ryan, but Jaguars preventing the follow-up rebounds from being cashed in.
It's a dangerous game to play, though, Kurt. I mean, to your point, we've done a good job clearing the rebound, but Hopkins is getting shots on net with bodies in front, and a lot of it is resulting from defensive zone turnovers.
Now, reminiscent of the last drop, we get another whistle following the drop. Not sure what, I think this one came from the referee at the blue line, so they are going to usher out the center, and Kuhn will take this drop. Ahead now is Melnichuk, 2-on-2 for the Jaguars with Johnson. Melnichuk over the line, going wide left. She'll pull up, send it back to the point. Shot there by Knutson. On the doorstep, shot, save. Couple shots by the Jaguars. We get a cover-up.
Good job there by Carmen. Like, I think she looked for a pass, realized that they were playing the pass, but left her open to just sneak out of the corner. You never know. You get that puck in front, get it banging around. I like that the Jags here are going with quicker shifts to try to keep players fresh at the end of the game.
They are, and it's pretty much every face-off now at this point. We're getting a stoppage, but Abelin to take the draw. She's got just as I say that, she gets kicked out, and Austin will come in. That allows Hopkins to win the draw, but Abelin's got it in the corner up to Knutson at the point. Can't handle it, so she'll have to go back. Rash should play this. Oh, she's just going to cover it up here. 7:04 to go.
Yeah, that's Hopkins forward was racing hard to beat Olivia to that puck. That was a smart cover by Sarah. Not risk them getting possession in transition.
Jaguars will bring out Krenz and Walsh on the back end now. Star in to take this draw. Jaguars up 1-0 here. Little over halfway through this first period. Austin will drive that low. Abelin on the forecheck. Hard pinch here coming by Walsh, but it gets past her now out to the neutral zone.
Good
Austin
cover by
on the back check will go back for it. Krenz will pick up. She's got room. Carroll send that high off the glass, but nicely held in at the line by the defenseman for Park. Chipped out by the Jaguars. Star will pick up. Watch out. Here comes Kayla with wheels. Tries to go through, but nice defensive play there by the Park defenseman. Star hard into the corner. Kuhn out there with Star and Abelin. Is this just a different line, Ryan?
Osla just went for a change earlier than Abelin and Star, but I think are probably going now.
Krenz deflects that clearing attempt. Picked up by Walsh. She's calm with the puck. Over to Krenz. Krenz with some room. Pass trying to get to Johnson. Eventually it does. She'll chip it in and forecheck. 6 minutes to go here, Ryan. Jaguars are looking good so far tonight.
They are. I mean, they're playing aggressive. Very impressed with how well they're covering the points when those deep pinch. doing a good job sustaining pressure. That should go for an ice.
Yep, Hopkins just iced that puck after Kylie Wheelock. Again, a deep incursion into the offensive zone with a pinch, and I think it's flustering the Hopkins defenseman a little bit.
A little bit, but I'll credit to Hopkins. Like, I think Jefferson seems to be sort of taking it to him, but they're still making good decisions. They're playing sound. I mean, they're still making it hard. We've only got 7 shots despite being in the offensive end.
Here come the Royals now down the Knutson side. Knutson pushes her wide, still maintaining control though. She'll send it right through the crease. So Jaguars caught a break there. A puck went right past the stick of a Royal with who was left uncovered. Now Jaguars trying to chip this out, but it's held in at the line. Got to keep playing. Jaguars Rash will hold that shot, and we'll get a face-off. 5:18 to go. A little dangerous there, Ron.
Yeah, and we've been saying that, Kurt. Like, when we get those chances to clear the zone, we got to make sure we get that out. And calling out somebody I know, Kuhn on that play was covering that point and didn't really go back to help out as much as she should have, which allowed them to get that shot off. Those wings have to ensure that puck gets across the blue line.
Trineri, face-off win to the Royals. Shot deflected wide. Flanders is back on it. Tries to get it to Krenz. A little out of her reach, but Carroll will pick up with some speed. Chips it ahead on the stick of Woodford. Battle there in the snow. Cleared back into the Hopkins end. They'll retreat. Forechecking hard is Etta Woodford. Here's a play up ahead. Hopkins breaking out. Krenz back. Possible 2-on-1 poke check by Krenz at the line. I thought that was offside, but it didn't look like they were going to call it.
No, but that was good. Just like disrupt that at the blue line. Good things happen. But again, you saw good back check there. I don't know if that was Trineri who was back to help out with the D. If Jefferson can keep that up, not give up odd man rushes, we got a good chance in this game.
Well, to your point, Ryan, when you're gonna pinch hard on the D, so important for those forwards to back check so that we don't have a 2-on-1 the other way. Krenz now makes the Hopkins player miss, goes back to Flanders. Flanders indirect for Woodford, a little behind her, but she's got it. Chip it ahead, looking for Thornburg. That line will go for a change, and Hopkins enters now. Way offside, though, so they'll have to wait now, and they'll get a call here.
Well, and to the point you make, Kurt, even aside from when D are pinching covering, just in transition period, like, it's a simple thing, but it's at every level, right? They teach back check, hustle, etc. It's important that the forwards come back to help out, because whether it's 2-on-1, 3-on-2, you don't want to leave open players.
Played in by the Royals. Knutson reaching for it. Comes up with it. Nice cross ice. Little ahead of Starr, but she'll pick up with speed. Starr's got Osland ahead, but she'll skate it herself. Coming in shot. Deflected over the cage. Good save. Starr on the rebound. Gets it over to Abelin. Abelin puck in her skates. Starr will pick up. Starr to Walsh at the point. Walsh will load that up, but shoot it wide. Knutson's turn to pinch. She'll come in. Jammed against the boards, but she works it low. Now played up through the middle is Park, picked up by Osland. Osland going wide, indirect, got a Park player down. Shot, Abelin's shot, hits a body in front. Walsh likewise, but she gets a second chance, and Hopkins just has to clear it out.
I will say, Kurt, we have shown a tendency so far this year to shoot it into defenders' legs.
Shots deceptive here, I would say, based on the not domination, but the overall edge in possession the Jaguars have had. Now, puck in the neutral zone. Shots 10-7, by the way. Hopkins with the lead. Jaguars forechecking. Kuhn after it. Got Johnson, but breaking that press now are the Royals. Ahead comes Hopkins. Wheelock back to the forehand. Shot coming in. Wheelock does a nice job to get a stick check on it, and Rash will pull that in just as a Hopkins player is swatting at her glove.
Wheelock did a good job stepping up there and not making that player shoot from farther out than they probably wanted to. We've sometimes seen us back in a little too far and concede too much space there, Kurt. That was well played by Wheelock.
That face-off just trickles in on Rash, and she'll cover it up. Seen a lot of growth, I think, from Wheelock this year, Ryan, on defense. From the beginning of the year till now. She's really gaining confidence. Now here's Kuhn chipping it ahead. Kuhn and Johnson, 1-on-1, 2-on-1 over the line. Johnson tries to get a shot. There's a rebound there. Carmen shoots it just wide. Jaguars still dangerous here. That puck just got a little bit ahead of Harlow. She wanted to get it back to Allegra, but it was a little out of her reach.
Sometimes that puck gets on edge, Kurt, where it's rolling and flipping, and you just can't get a good handle on it.
Now Krenz around one of the Royals. She's alone though. All the other Jaguars changing, so she'll just cycle it deep. A little over 2 minutes to go here. First period that the Jaguars have had the better of play, despite being down in shots. Now Evelyn forechecking there in the corner. Picked up by Starr. She'll chip it out to Wheelock. Wheelock to Flanders. Flanders will
smart play.
Send it to the corner. Had a player on her. Jaguars looking for the back door here, though, but battling there is Abelin. Abelin puck hops up. Flanders trying to hold it in, and instead Starr does. Now chipped out. Jaguars will take up at the line. All the pressure, though, down here to our right, Rye.
It is. And I want to shout out, that was a really smart play.
Here comes it. Starr with speed. Starr. Good save there by the goalie. Now Starr will pick up right in front, short side, off the pipe, I believe. Pinching here is Knutson. She'll hold it in, gets it to Starr. Starr loses that puck, though, picked up by Abelin. Abelin with a shot. There we go. She shoots it. She scores. Bar down. Kira Abelin. 2-0. What a period for the Jaguars, Ryan. With 1:14 to go, it's 2-0. Jefferson.
Abelin was due to get on the board, Kurt. I know she feels like she's been robbed a couple times this year, and credit to her for realizing maybe I just shoot the puck in without having to shove the goalie into the net this time.
Yeah.
Bar down, baby. Bar down.
I wasn't sure. It was very clear it hit the bar. Didn't know if it was over the line or not. Had to wait. The goalie was shielding me from the puck, but then we saw the definitive ref goal sign, and then you said, all right, that's what we're talking about. 2-0 for the Jags. We'll have to see who gets the assist on that play.
Kayla Starr with the assist.
All right, Abelin from Starr. Now, Jaguars out to the neutral zone. Under a minute to go here. Flanders intercepts that. She'll go behind her net. Pinched off, taken away though, turnover. Right out in front. Cleared to the corner by Knutson. Nicely done. Jaguars send it out to the point. Shot going wide, but
smart
we get a cover
there
up.
by
Get a cover up. 37 seconds to go.
I want to go back, leading up to that goal, Kurt. We had, who was it on the point? Bea Flanders. We had just talked about shooting it into the defenseman's skates. She smartly dumped it into the corner just to keep it deep, maintain possession, and that ultimately led to that goal.
Right, because sometimes those shots into a shin pad can result in a breakaway
the other way. Yep.
Now here, under 30 seconds to go, Krenz battling in the corner. She's tripped up, and Jaguars will go to the power play here. Krenz drawing that penalty as the Royals shoot that puck after the whistle. That won't be appreciated, but 18 seconds to go here, and Jefferson to the power play, Ryan.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Kurt, after all the physical play, and we've seen several sticks go flying, you know, oftentimes that's like slashes or like tied up, whatever. That's probably the least offensive thing we've seen. It was a clear trip. You have to call it because you know a trip when you see it.
In the defensive zone especially, that could lead to a scoring chance. Abelin with a face-off win. Jaguars try to get one here before the end of the period. 15 seconds to go. Starr over to Austin, back to Starr. Jaguars need a shot, but instead it hits traffic, and they'll get a clear, and that's going to bring us to the end of the period. But a great period for the Jaguars, Ryan. They capitalized twice. Rash with 10 saves, and we're up 2-0.
Couldn't ask for a better start, Kurt. Now let's hope, like, sometimes you hope for that break to sort of get a chance to reset. We played that period really well. Now it's a more of like, how do you maintain that energy, not get flat? Because you know Hopkins is going to go in there and say, we got to come out with more pressure, more attack, etc.
And interesting, going to the intermission with a minute 42 of power play time coming up. A lot of time to strategize and work on a plan here. So we'll take a break. We'll let them resurface your score after one period in this Section 6 AA playoff preview. almost guaranteed that these two teams will meet in the quarterfinals of Section 6 AA in February. The winner to have home ice advantage, your score after one, it's the Jefferson Jaguars 2, the Hopkins Park Royals 0. You're listening to Jaguars Hockey. Yeah, they got it. All right, just about set to go here for the second period at the Bloomington Ice Garden. Oh, we're getting the fight song played over the speakers. John Towie on the music tonight. Nicely done. Well, Ryan, we were just talking off air. That's one of the better periods the Jaguars have played in quite some time against what is a pretty solid Hopkins Park Royals team.
Yeah, and I think the key there, it was consistent. Like every line, we were able to get pressure, sort of maintain offensive zone time. I mean, the shots indicate 10 to 10, which is indicative of it was competitive. I mean, truth be told, Kurt, we've talked before too, we haven't always historically been great about converting our shots into goals, right? Like, we'll get a lot of shots and our shooting percentage will be low. If we can get more shots like those two snipes, I mean, those were about as quality of shots, just upper corner, bar down, both of them. We can keep shooting like that, we're going to do well. Now we come out on the power play here, Kurt.
Yeah, minute 42 of power play time for the Jaguars. Power play unit of Kira Abelin, Allegra Kuhn, Carmen Melnichuk, Kayla Starr, and Ava Oslin here for the Jaguars.
Oh, door's still open. Alerting the ref.
Now that was a worthwhile stoppage before the puck drop. You don't want to start play with the door open. Jaguars win this faceoff. Oslin will gain the zone. She'll pivot and send it back to Starr at the top. Starr to the middle. Shot hits traffic and picked up by Melnichuk. She'll work it back to Starr at the point. Jaguars looking to get some puck movement to Melnichuk in the middle. Shot tipped in front, just wide by Abel, and get a weird bounce off the stanchion. Starr will trace back for this, make one miss. Skated ahead. Kayla carries in. Drops it for Oslin. Oslin a little slow on the trigger there. Shots blocked. Going to be sent out and into the neutral zone now. Puck race here. Back for it is Kuhn. Puck goes to the corner. Still got a clearing attempt through the crease by the Stars. 48 seconds to go here in the power play. Kayla will come over the line. Going to give the puck away to Hopkins though, and they're going to pick up and be able to get a clear here. Just out, Knutson holds it over to Walsh. Walsh will get it into Abel and she'll dump it low. On is Harlow Johnson, tips it behind the net, but time and space for the Royals, and they'll send it the length of the ice.
Again, the Royals they aggressively pursue those icings, trying to force the Jags into an error.
Puck tipped out of the rink, almost up to Johnny Rash. You know, I always thought it was a little weird that he wore his baseball mitt while filming.
Once a season.
He almost got to use it right there. Crazy. You think you've seen it all, but...
We got 10 seconds left here, Kerr. We got to line 3 out just to sort of get current on lineups again.
Face off to Rash's right. That face off back in the Jaguars D zone because it was tipped out within the D zone. Now Walsh will skate this ahead, going all the way wide. Kalina to the front. Forehand shot. Good save there. Short side sealed off by the tender. Now Hopkins ahead with a little pressure. Trineri intercepts. She'll throw it deep. 15 minutes to go here. Second period. Jaguars up 2-0.
A really smart play by Trineri there, John. Kurt. She was covered for the Walsh, and then smartly just dumped that in. Didn't try to do too much.
Played now low by the Royals. Nice spin move there, but Woodford forechecking in swoops Abel, and she'll go in the far corner. Pivot back out to the point. Got Flanders there. Flanders along the blue line. Works around one of the Royals. Around another now to the dot. Will shoot it. Save. Rebound. Cleared to the corner. Flanders will pick up low. Behind the net now, the Royals get there first. Forechecking is Kira. Starr holds that in on the half wall. Knutson there to chip it to the middle. Avelin's going to get to this puck, loads one up. Avelin and Johnson, the 2 goal scorers here tonight. Ryan.
Jefferson doing a good job of just keeping it deep in the zone, generating chances, covering for Ds that are holding. Another one held in.
Krenz holds that in, looking for Starr. It'll go deep. We're 3 minutes into the period, and we haven't been down to our end. Now back for it is Krenz, under heavy forecheck by a Park player. Nearly overskates the puck, but she'll skate it out now. Krenz with speed down the left side to the middle. Poke checked at the line, though, and Hopkins misplays it. They'll have to retreat. 13 and a half to go here. Kuhn will pinch there. Now Wheelock. Jaguars just keep dumping it low. Something's going to materialize here soon, you feel like, Rye.
Yeah, I mean, this is our third line where we've predominantly been down at this end.
Now a steal by Hopkins. They come ahead, 2-on-1, possibly. Got a forward play in defense. Kuhn will nicely get in front of that. Couple players go down, didn't see what caused that. Jaguars will pick up. Wheelock with it, with room. Hopkins thought there maybe should have been a penalty there. Now Kuhn, 1-on-2. Kuhn to the middle, loads one up. Shot, save, but a rebound left, cleared to the corner. Jaguars now well ahead in shots, 15-10. I hadn't even noticed that at this point.
Yeah,
Kuhn got to be
call.
careful,
That's a penalty.
and she is going to take a penalty. A little frustration there, maybe. Jaguars will go to the power play.
I don't think that was frustration, Kurt. I think that was taking liberties with how loosely the game was being called. She got away with a couple early, and that was a flat cross check in the back. That was obvious, even for her dad.
All right, so 12:40 to go here. Jaguars with a 2-0 lead. I feel like lately, Ryan, we've really done a good job of staying out of the penalty box.
Jinx it.
Well, it's already too late. We're already in the penalty box. So face-off win by the Jags. Krenz tries to clear it, but held in at the point. Now around one of the Jaguars. Shot coming in, Rash.
Save.
Good save to the corner. Kara's got it, and she'll clear it the length of the ice. Well, Rash hasn't had many shots since they had 7 early on, but she made a good save there.
Got to be smart here.
2 Jaguars forechecking. Avelin throws that through the crease. Krenz retreats now. Ahead come the Royals down that right side. Looking for a shot. Krenz pinches them to the corner, up to the point. Shot coming in. Screen in front. Goes wide. Flanders battling there in the crease. Hopkins with their best pressure of the night. Short angle shot saved by Rash to the corner. Melnichuk defending there. Now Hopkins looking for a centering pass, but short angle shot. Rash with a save. Follow-up shot directed wide. Good save there. Pretty good looking power play here so far for the Royals. A minute remaining. Tipped out in front and they score. Shot from the point. Tipped by a player uncovered in the high slot, and it gets through. They cut that lead in half, and the Jaguars victimized with a player in the box.
That felt a little inevitable, John. Like the penalty unit had been out there the entire 66 seconds there, a minute plus, including a down ice rush where we expended a lot of energy on the forecheck. We were just getting a little slow towards the tail end there.
Good looking power play by the Royals. They probably got at least 4 shots on that power play. Finally scored, and we're now 2-1 here with 11:33 to go. Waiting for the scoring table to take that penalty off the board. They do that. Well, we'll counter here with the Avelin, Oslin, Starr line. Knutson and Walsh on the back end. Oslin will carry into the zone. Ava Oslin pull up on that right side. Work it for Starr. Starr goes down. Now ahead come the Royals. Watch out. Back is Knutson. Tip just past her, but Kalina will clear that puck to the point. Held in by Steckline, a very famous hockey name in women's Minnesota hockey. Out to the point. There's an interception momentarily by Walsh. She's up high, though. Jaguars stick lift by Kayla. Now she's ahead. 1-on-1. Kayla Starr. Going to the forehand. She'll try to go around, lower that shoulder. The backhand star lifts it. What a save by that Park Royal goaltender. Good chance for the Jaguars. Got to get back now. Hopkins trying to exploit it up ahead. They'll just clear it in ahead. Knutson back in the corner. 10:35 to go here. Cycling, looking for Woodford. Can she catch it on her backhand? She can, but picked up by Kayla. She'll drive it in. Well, this game got a lot closer there, Ryan, and we're starting to see more of that.
Yeah, and I think we're seeing a little more. There was a few plays there where Jefferson was trying to slow down with their stick. We didn't see that in the first period. That's a sign that we're not moving our feet or sort of using our skates to get back.
Good catch there at the line, held in, sent deep. A little out of the range of Thornburg, though. Good Woodford doing a nice job. Woodford is really good at retrieving pucks below that goal line and hitting the point, Ryan, as Hopkins takes an icing.
So Hopkins a little more juice now. And I'll say, Kurt, from the get-go, one thing that Hopkins is doing is once that puck starts going the other way, they're going hard, putting pressure on those D to get to that puck, retrieve it, and trying to force turnovers, honestly.
Well, you wonder if during the intermission, if Hopkins noticed the hard pinching by the Jaguars defenseman, and they're going to look to try to get some odd man rushes. Face-off now in the offensive zone. Melnichuk tries to win that to Kuhn, sent low by Wheelock. Johnson below the goal line, centering pass intercepted. Wheelock will pinch and throw it deep. Kuhn on the forecheck. Thrown back this way. Wheelock playing low. She'll go below the goal line, go behind the net. Wheelock looking for a pass out to Krenz at the point. Krenz shot, hits traffic in front, maybe Kuhn, and directed to the corner. Now exiting our park, got Wheelock back. Oh, and a good poke check there by Kylie Wheelock. Takes a glove to the mask for her troubles. Got a glove on the ice. Carmen Melnichuk working it ahead. Johnson with time and space. Gets it up to Kuhn, but she can't handle the pass, and counter-attacking now are the Royals. Shot coming in. Rebound left, right there. Cleared out to the blue line. Hopkins still dangerous, though. Another shot, another block by Oslin, that was. Park dangerous in the crease. Jaguars kind of battling bodies here and cleared out by Wheelock. Well, Park has picked up their play in the second period here, Ryan.
They have, but a little bit, you're starting to see them get around Jefferson players because they're waving at the puck, Kurt. And again, we just got to continue playing smart, continue moving our feet, and taking the body, not letting them dance.
Hopkins ahead now, intercepted by Flanders. Just got that out and brought back in offsides. Nearly held in by the Royals at the line, but we'll get a neutral zone face-off.
I think Jefferson a little bit on their heels for the last few minutes here. Not clicking the same way they were at the start. Let's see if we can get this back here.
Abelin in for this draw. Won by Hopkins. They'll send it deep. Back on it is Knutson, but it'll rim around and get past her. Now the Jaguars gain possession. Oslin's got it. Backhand looking for Starr, but out of her range. Cleared ahead by the Jaguars into the offensive zone. A defenseman for the Royals will try to work it out that side. Good pinch there by Starr. Starr on her forehand to the dot. Shot coming in. Caught and held. We'll get a face-off. Well, shots very even now. 17 for Jefferson, 16 for the Royals.
We noted early in the game here in period one, Jefferson was going with short shifts, changing frequently. We're starting to see signs of fatigue here, Kurt.
I am seeing some sticks resting on legs. Yeah, this is a fast-paced game. Now Jaguars in the offensive zone. Kuhn 1-on-2 against a couple Royals, pinching there as well. She'll throw it through the crease. Melnichuk to pick up. Not hard enough for Krenzel, although she does make that pass, looking for Johnson in the slot. Turned over by the Royals. Kuhn will pick up. Kuhn on the half wall, back to Krenz. Krenz with some room. Got a lot of time and space. Krenz tried to get it for Kuhn, but it hit a skate, and it'll go to the corner. Johnson's there. Johnson out to the point, but puck's bouncing. Watch out. Walsh back on it. She'll pick up under a heavy forecheck, though. End up going behind her net, rimmed around, but nobody home. Tipped out there by the Royals. Melnichuk will get there, and she'll just drive it out to the neutral zone. Well, Jaguars maybe at the end of a shift here for a couple players. This is where you got to watch out. Now, bad angle taken there. In come the Royals. Shot. Good block by Kalina Walsh. Racing in is Woodford. Cleared out by Walsh and picked up by Trineri. Jaguars enter now. Possible 3-on-2 for them. Trineri, great looking pass for Thornburg. Thornburg tries to center it. That's deflected wide by the Royals. Pinching is Wheelock. 6:35 to go. 2-1 for the Jefferson Jaguars. Important Section 6 AA playoff game as we've described. Shot by Trineri from the point. Ramped up high. Pinch coming here from Knutson on the backhand. She'll send it to the middle, and Hopkins going to ice this puck.
Yeah, we're about halfway through this game, Kurt. Like I said, starting to see a little bit of fatigue. That you can overcome, maybe get your second win. I think the other thing that we got to be careful of is we did a really good job that first period of moving the puck, patiently looking for passes. We're seeing a little bit more blind throwing it away to the other team, especially like in the neutral zone. And that can lead to scoring opportunities for the opposition.
There's a clean face-off win by Abelin out to Knutson at the top. She gets it to Starr. Starr, shot coming in, hit Oslin in the leg, picked up by Abelin in the corner. There's a centering pass. One-timer, Starr kind of fanned on it, but to the corner. Jaguars still with possession here. Knutson at the line. Drops it for Starr. Starr back to Knutson.
Smartly just dumped in the corner there, Kurt. Didn't force it.
Yep, picked up by Abelin. Jaguars trying to wear out the Royals here. Now up to Wheelock. Ooh, watch out. Shot hits a skate, but Wheelock regains it. Tipped out in front. Oh, reminiscent of the goal the Royals scored on. Jaguars got a good tip. Really alert leg pad save there by that tender.
That was. Good redirect. Good center.
Now here again. Oh, Abelin sails one high.
She's going to want that one back. That was, again, reminiscent of just a bit outside.
Here's Knutson. Her shot hits traffic. Out to her at the point again. Oh, good cross-ice pass. Abelin with some room. Fans on the shot. Jaguars are getting a little tired, but so are the Royals as the Jaguars have had all the possession, and here comes an icing by the Royals.
It's not the worst thing, Kurt, when you can say the line you have out there gets worn out from taking too many shots and too much offensive zone possession. That was a dominant shift right there.
It was the best chance.
Keep it going.
The best chance coming from a high slot tip that looked like it was going to that far corner, but a sprawling pad kicked it away. Now on is Melnichuk for the draw. She loses it to the Royals. They'll skate it out. Good speed coming down here on that left side. Carmen pokes that puck off, though, and keeps it in the zone. Battling there is Kuhn. That puck will go low. Good forecheck here by Johnson. Oh, Kuhn alone in front. Shot spun wide there. Picked up by Krenz at the point. Krenz will just
smart play.
Work it in for Johnson. Johnson for Kuhn. Kuhn shot in her puck in her skates. Couldn't quite find the handle on it. Now got a back check here as Park comes ahead. Flanders will pick up. Send it for Johnson. Nice pass. Jaguars are off. No, maybe not. I thought they were offside. Kuhn draws the penalty. Did you think that was onside, Ryan? I wasn't sure. Doesn't matter close. At this point.
No, doesn't matter at this point.
Yeah, well, nice job. Harlow Johnson and Allegra Kuhn showing a lot of chemistry on those two wings there, Ryan.
Yeah.
Jaguars will go to their second power play of the night. First one, I don't even remember. How was the first one? Didn't generate too much, as I recall.
No, it wasn't great because the first one spanned. You remember we had like 20 seconds.
Yeah, right.
Period two, and then couldn't quite get it clicking.
Now the Royals will just rag this puck and throw it deep. Got to get back on it fast, though. Knutson will chip it around. Krenz will pick up. She loses it. Puck right to the front. Good help there from Kalina and Olivia. Kalina's got it now, pivoting.
Taking her time, smartly so. Somebody's got to help her out, though.
She'll throw it around for Krenz. Krenz around one of the Royals, and they'll try to get set up now. Minute 25 to go in the power play. Kara will carry in. Pass it up to Walsh at the point. Jaguars set up now. Over to Knutson, left point. Knutson throws it in. Krenz battling, chips it right in front. Picked up by Melnichuk, out to Knutson at the left point. Over to Walsh. Walsh shot, but nobody in front. Krenz being walled off by the defenseman for Park, but Jaguars maintaining possession. Knutson to Walsh. Walsh shot, hits traffic. Minute to go here. Back out to Kalina at the point. Kalina gonna go low. Johnson will cycle it in front. Krenz tied up, out to Walsh again, loads one up, hits a Park player, and now ahead they come. Jaguars got to get back.
Hustle.
Possible 2-on-1. Knutson back, shot coming in, Rash. Glove side high, they tie it up, a shorthanded goal. Shoot.
There was something clearly going on with Walsh. I don't know if that's fatigue or if she got hit somewhere. Hopefully she's okay. She just went back to see the trainer. But she obviously was struggling to skate there. Maybe got one in the solar plexus or something. I don't know.
Yeah, bad break for the Jaguars. On a power play where they had gotten set up and had, not great chances, but a couple shots. 2-on-1 ends up costing us a short-handed goal, and we're all tied up. 3:03 to go here, second period. Shots 19-17 for Jefferson. Oslin back to Starr. Jaguars still on the power play here for 25 seconds. I had forgotten that now. Starr will come in and go 1-on-5 and shoot it over the net. Picked up by Abelin, out to Kuhn. Kuhn holds it in, but off Starr's skate, and that's going to be cleared out. Kuhn will pick up under pressure.
Bit of throwing it around here, Kurt. We got to take our time, get set up, not force things.
Oslin will skate ahead. Got to watch. Hopkins full strength now. Starr into the zone. She shoots and scores. Wow, just like that, the Jaguars are back in front. Well, that'll make up for that 2-on-1 shorthanded goal. Kayla Starr, I don't know if there was an assist there, Ryan. She might have taken that herself.
She picked it up after it got knocked away from Oslin. So probably unassisted. Needed that, Kurt, after the momentum had completely shifted back the other way.
Absolutely, yeah.
Now we got 2 minutes, 20 seconds in period 2 here. We got to go into this break with at least that 1-goal lead. So you got to play this smart.
Looks like Kalina Walsh is back in the tunnel a little bit, trying to recover. She's not ready to go at this point. Hopefully she'll be able to come back. Now around one of the forecheckers for the Jaguars. Poke check by Krenz. Shot coming in. Good, nice glove save there by Rash. Calm things down. We'll get a offensive zone face-up, but to your point, Ryan, Hopkins showing a lot more offensive zone time this period than they had in the first.
And I think Hopkins has figured out that if they move the puck side to side, they can get Jefferson chasing and reaching. Got to get that out. There you go.
Tipped ahead by Flanders just to the neutral zone. Jaguars only have one defenseman back now. This puck's going to come all the way in on Rash, and she'll wisely cover up as we just work our way under 2 minutes here.
Again, Kurt, we talked about playing smart. That was an example, right, of spacing. You can't have everybody chasing the puck. You have to have awareness on the ice to know that nobody's picked up in front of the net. That was a dangerous situation.
Jaguars, at least for the moment, down to 4 defensemen, so face-off won by the Royals. They'll go low. Melnichuk with a poke check there. Nicely done. Gets it to Johnson, but she turns it right over. There's Wheelock able to poke that check out. No blind passes in the D zone, right?
Nope. Not unless you're doing them hard. If you can go hard off the glass or...
Oh, there's another turnover now. Alone in the slot around one of the defense at all. Alone. Big Good save play by Sarah Rash after the giveaway. Jaguars got to tighten up the D here. Puck is out of the zone and we'll get an offside, but wow, a couple turnovers in a row there.
Rash saved them right there. Again, I get the theory or the sort of what we're trying to do, but you cannot just float that puck out to the high slot. If in doubt, keep it along the wall, go high off the glass, just clear the zone.
Best save of the night for Sarah Rash. She's got 18 on the 20 shots that she's faced, but now in come the Royals. Krenz takes that puck away to the corner. Minute 15 to go. She'll reverse course, go behind her net, get it up to Starr on the point. Good breakout here for the Jags. Oslin at center ice. Has it just go off her stick. Krenz D to D over to Flanders. She's got some room. Work it up to Star. Star. Got to be careful here. Into the zone. Star going wide. Star to the front. Tries to rip that. Maybe hit the mask.
I think that did go off the mask. Somebody's got to cover the blue line
Krenz
here.
Tracking low to pinch. Gets pinched into the boards. Coming out here are the Royals down the right side. 30 seconds to go. Good stick check there by Johnson. Picked up by Flanders. Flanders gets it out ahead to Johnson. Hello, Johnson, one-on-one to the forehand. Shot coming in. She was going for that glove
she
side
wanted
high.
the upper corner again, yep.
Goalie wise to it this time. Well, back and forth we go.
16 seconds. Be smart. Don't get overly aggressive pitching here. Forwards don't get caught below the goal line.
Johnny Rash is saying we should pull the goalie. I don't think they're
Johnny Rash.
I think it's a little too risky, John. Let's maintain that 1-goal lead here at this point.
That is a classic Johnny Rash move, though.
He always wants to pull the goalie.
He does.
I don't know what it is now. Johnson to Kuhn in the middle. She loses her footing though. Just 2 seconds to go here. Time going to run out on the Royals. And well, Ryan, after the Royals, tied this thing up after being down 2-0. Jaguars fortunate to get that goal late in the period and back up by 1.
Agreed. That again, I don't know that Jefferson necessarily played poorly that period, but you could see the momentum shift.
And you can see the fatigue on the Jaguars bench, and just players sitting there trying to catch their breath. Now a minute after the period's ended, they're going to have to go back and, I don't know, what do you eat in between periods these days to get the energy back?
I don't know. They drink Celsius and caffeinated beverages. I don't know what you eat. They got the new Gatorade gel packs, stuff like that, but...
up here in the broadcast booth, oranges and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are favoriits, but I don't know if that may be a little too old school for the girls. I'm not sure.
Peanut butter and jelly sandwich, yeah.
Eat their Wheaties. They would look at us like we had 3 eyes on our head if we told them to eat their Wheaties, probably. But not the best period for the Jaguars, but they come out of it with the lead. After 2, your score here is Jefferson 3, Hopkins Park 2. They'll resurface. We'll come back for the 3rd. You've been listening to Jaguars Hockey. All right, back with you here for the start of the third period. Jaguars first to take the ice. Quick glance to see whether I see Kalina Walsh. I don't see her. Do you, Ryan?
I do not, but considering what she went off and started talking to the trainer at the end of the first, clearly something was bothering her. I mean, I didn't see Kurt, like if she took a stick to the midsection or a puck or anything, but I'm probably not surprised if maybe on the bench, but we'll see whether she's able to play or not. Hopefully she can.
So Jaguars will probably skate with 4 defensemen, unless they are, they always would have the option potentially to call up one of the JV defensemen if they're still around at this point, but
pulling the backup goalie out of the stands as they did in the pros.
I don't see any of those gals on the ice, so we'll go with the iron 4 at this point. Rash will change ends and go back to our left here. Brian, you just mentioned next goal, pretty key in this game.
Yeah, not to be Captain Obvious about that, of course, but a lot of this is momentum, right? And the big thing here is we got 17 minutes. We got a 1-goal lead, so we're in the driver's seat if we can play smart. But we were seeing definite signs of fatigue in the second half of that second period. We got to figure out how to not get beat just on hustle. Kurt.
Saw the first 2 lines overshifted a little bit in that second period. Yeah. We'll see if that continues here in the third.
Yeah, we're going to have to get meaningful minutes from the third line. Just not to wear down.
All right, puck down, cleared in by Hopkins. That should be an icing, and it will be.
We've been talking all year, Kurt, about face-offs. Man, we're not doing well in face-offs today either. No. That one worked out fine, but we are definitely not winning our share.
Abelin will take this draw. Got Oslin and Starr with her. Starr, as she is wont to do, in early and warned by the linesman. Luckily, the stern ref didn't see it, but Abelin stepped on that puck and fell down. Now, nice pass by Hopkins. They enter the zone. Shot just wide. Abelin will pick up. Under heavy forecheck, 2 Royals there. Shot blocked by Flanders, and that'll go out of the rink.
Something I also was seeing there in that second period, Kurt, we were chasing the puck a lot. We got to be cognizant of spacing and positioning. Hopkins is doing a good job of drawing, 2-3 people to the puck carrier and then putting it out in space where they're going to have a numbers advantage, especially in front of the net.
With just 4 defensemen now, we're going to have dedicated pairs. Looks like Krenz and Flanders paired in one of the 2 groupings, and Knutson and Wheelock in the other. Jaguars wanted a tripping call there, but none coming. Wheelock tries to hold it in instead. Going to be sent out, and ahead comes Hopkins. Defending is Knutson. Knutson pushing wide, but right to the front. Rash covers it up, gets a whistle, and we'll get a D-zone face-off.
We were talking off air here too, Kurt, before this period started. We got to be smart about moving the puck back to the points. There's times where that's a good play in the offensive zone, but when the puck's already going that direction and they're 4 feet away, you can't hang that D out to dry as they're getting forecheckers rushing at them.
We've only had the 1 odd man rush so far, but that's enough for the night. We don't need to see any more now. Wheelock probably got away with one there for the Jaguars. Cleared out to the red line and thrown back in by Hopkins. Jaguars playing physical, and they might have gotten away with one, Ryan.
They do, but they also look a little flat-footed here, Kurt.
Puck cleared by the Jaguars. It's going to lazily track into the Hopkins zone. Held in by Knutson at the point. Her shot is tipped. Cleared to the corner by Melnichuk. Here comes that third line now. Held in momentarily by the Jaguars. Now skated out by Hopkins. Thornburg forechecking. Flanders will intercept up to Thornburg. Thornburg down the right side. Got Trenary right in the middle, and she didn't see her.
You got to complete that pass, Kurt. Got to complete it.
Down the Flanders side comes Hopkins with speed. Pull up at the half wall. Vea gets a stick on it. Trenary dumps one of the Royals, but picked up by another Hopkins player. Pushing wide. Flanders defending. Tipped behind the net by Trineri. Krenz racing for it. She'll get there first, using her body to protect that puck. Kara indirectly nicely for Woodford. Woodford got Trineri. Oh, Thornburg under her stick, and we're going to get an icing call.
Good look, though. Good pass there by Woodford. Just a little too much mustard on that for Thornburg to handle, but a good look.
Third
we
line.
got to get back to short shifting, Kurt. Like, again, right out of the gate here, we're only 2 minutes in, and we're looking tired very quickly. Just be smart. Keep the puck deep. Just get it into their zone. Make timely changes.
Face-off win by Abelin. Wheelock behind the net. Has it taken away. Park looking for a centering pass. Puck right in the crease. Kicked around. Puck is loose. Rash covers up. Wheelock taking some liberties there. That's going to...
I'm all right with that. Like, there was traffic in front. Refs were all right with it, too.
Shots 22 now for Hopkins, 21 for Jefferson. We said at the beginning of the broadcast, Ryan, this is going to be an even game, and it's lived up to the billing.
It has, and I don't know, I haven't been paying attention to how Hopkins is rotating lines or if they're playing, but they clearly seem to have more juice than we do at this point, Kurt.
Off the face-off, Star will pick up in the far corner, chips it around, but now it gets out to the neutral zone. Star chasing it, but Hopkins gets the puck. They'll try to chip it in. Kayla will go back on it behind.
Yeah, be smart with this here.
Behind the cage. Plays it off the net. Now turned over. Rash. Oh. Finally covers it up. Puck was loose. No real danger in front, but we had about 6 players behind the net. Probably a good decision to take that face off.
Agreed. And there again, Kurt, I'm going to probably be a broken record for the next 14 minutes here, but the key here is, like, don't get fancy. When you get that puck, it's got to get out of the zone, and that doesn't, like, just make smart decisions. Don't try to be too creative. Keep it along the sidewall. Get it out. There you go.
Kuhn pass hits Johnson in the skates, but Kuhn will pick up in the neutral zone. Get the red line. She'll carry in, going wide. Kuhn lowers that shoulder from that forehand shot. Save, directed to the corner. Melnichuk on the forecheck, pinching his Wheelock. Melnichuk kind of fans on a pass into the neutral zone. Now chipped around Knutson, and we'll see. We're going to get an icing here? I don't know. Well, we do.
No, I'd love to see a line change here too, Kurt. I know it hasn't been that long, but every time you have a whistle, there we go. Good to see. Get that third line some run, keep people fresh.
Third line coming out here for their second shift
now
of the
on
period.
Offense here, Kurt, like, just keep that puck low. Like, opportunities will present themselves. Keep that below the goal line. Keep a forward high.
Wheelock holds it in. Woodford out to Thornburg at the point. Woodford centering pass intercepted. Below the goal line, she rubs the player off. Maybe gets away with a trip here. Jaguars living dangerously. Now ahead come Hopkins. 2-on-1 potentially. Knutson back. Gets a skate in the way. Puck deflected to the corner. There comes a trip. This one going to come on Thornburg, and the Jaguars will go to the penalty kill.
You have to call that. I know it was unintentional, but that was an example, though, Kurt, where we got that puck high and we had forwards low. Like, again, we don't necessarily need shot from the points at this juncture. What we need is just to make the opponent here go the full length of the ice against D.
12:58 to go in the third period. Jefferson up by 1, 3-2, but Hopkins Park to their second power play of the evening. Penalty kill unit of Kara Krenz, Allegra Kuhn. Shot wide open here. Rash leaves a rebound. Oh, puck hit the post. Wow, it stays out of the net.
I'll trust
Rash
that,
made
Kurt.
that first. Oh, there's a shoulder block by Hopkins. Nothing called. Jaguars living dangerously here. Get the benefit of a post. Hopkins carries in, centering pass now. Shot. Glove side high. They score.
Well, there was no question about that one. And in fairness, Kurt, I thought maybe that first shot went in.
I thought maybe 2, but I wasn't sure.
I guess that makes it a moot point. They finished that.
Hopkins 2 for 2 on their power plays. Jaguars have to stay out of the penalty box. 3-3 with 12:33 to go.
It just feels, Kurt, we got to get something here to regain some momentum. Ever since that first period, it's felt like a slow shift in Hopkins' direction.
It does. It feels like Hopkins is the faster team right now and the team with momentum. Now, Wheelock's going to throw that in. She didn't have the red line, but Jaguars catch a break, no icing. Battling there is Oslin behind the net. Coming out now is Hopkins. Pinching are the Jaguars. Wheelock's back, which is a little flat-footed. Wheelock with the shoulder block, no call.
Probably got away with one there, too.
Yeah.
Kurt.
Puck just inside the Jaguar zone. Wheelock gonna skate this ahead, push it ahead. Hopkins feeling the momentum here now.
Smart play, just get it across the line. Jefferson's just dying right now, Kurt.
Kayla Stark forces a turnover, picked up by Knutson. She throws it ahead, nobody there, but Kuhn will reverse course and pick up. Kuhn taken down, and we're gonna get a penalty. Allegra Kuhn drawing her second penalty of the night, Ryan.
Yeah, that again, I think that was probably inadvertent. I think she just got her stick caught up in a skate, which we know happens, but we'll take it.
Well, you look at Hopkins has 3 goals on the night, 2 of them coming on the power play, 1 of them coming shorthanded. The Jaguars will get a chance to get their first power play goal of the night on their third attempt here, 11:33 to go. Get that first power play unit out. Abelin wins the faceoff. Back to Oslin at the point. Over to Starr. Held in by Oslin. Over to Starr. Starr whistles it 2 feet over the net. Oslin clears it to nobody and picked up by Hopkins Park. Kayla's got it at the left wing circle. Over to Oslin on this side. Misses for Starr, but going to be picked up by Kuhn. Shot tipped over the net by Melnichuk. Picked up by Abelin, makes a nice move behind the net. She's got some room. Kuhn on the left side. Kuhn cross ice, tipped out of Oslin's reach though. Now Kuhn's got to win this puck race. She'll get there first. Good puck movement, Ryan, but not a lot of shots on net on this power play yet.
It was, and you'd like to see maybe a little more variety on the power play here. I feel like Jefferson's getting a little predictable.
A minute to go here. Back for it is Kira Abelin. Some new bodies over the wall for the Jaguars. Play it up to Johnson. Johnson over the line but loses it. Melnichuk still battling. 50 seconds to go here, but Park has the puck. Got a forecheck here. Krenz holds that in. She'll chase it below the goal line. Gets the steal. Kara with room. Now she loses it in turn. Harlow Johnson battling it there. Jaguars need a little more forecheck here by Kara with the steal. Park is tired. Up to Johnson at the point. Shot hits a leg, and that's going to ricochet out to the neutral zone. Flanders and Knutson on the back end here. Jaguars will throw it in, but Park going to get to the puck, and now Krenz picks up. Got Johnson in front. Krenz for Johnson, tipped out to Flanders fans on the shot and kicked out to the neutral zone. Power play almost over. Knutson, one more rush here. She'll throw it deep, but
we need to get a forward change here so we can get our lines reset here, Kurt. We've got 3D out.
Puck is iced, but that was still while the penalty was going, so nothing called. Knutson will throw this down to the neutral zone. Picked up by Flanders, and then Knutson sent ahead for Johnson.
That works.
Tipped by Woodford now. Possible 2-on-1. Woodford with Trineri in the crease. Woodford to the front through the crease. Picked up by Thornburg here. A little too far, and she loses it. Now there's Trineri with the steal. Third line on for the Jaguars. 9 minutes to go in a tie game.
Don't get caught deep.
Wheelock pinching, drops her stick. Thornburg to Woodford at the point. Woodford loading one up. Shot.
Oh, there we go.
Anna Woodford, her 5th goal in 2 games from the point. Jaguars back up in front with 8:49 to go in the third. It's 4-3. Jefferson. Anna Woodford, I think, from Natalie Thornburg.
I think so. Man, we needed that, Kurt. And the best thing about that, Etta got that. She assessed the situation, did not overthink it, right? Didn't force a pass. saw that they were conceding the high slot, stepped into it and just rifled a laser into the lower corner. Let's go.
Jaguars back on top in this all-important matchup now. Melnichuk over the line. Kuhn and Johnson both forechecking. Kuhn's got it. Drops it for Johnson. In the slot shot. Good save there. That was Carmen in the high slot. Got a shot with Kuhn on the doorstep, but the goalie covered it up.
And we're doing a quick shift again. I don't mind this at all. Like, keep those lines moving, keep them fresh. Even just buying time on the shifts, Kurt, all those seconds add up.
Abelin looking to win this draw. Shot goes in. The draw goes in, I should say, on the goalie. Stars got it. Back to Krenz at the point. Krenz to Flanders. Flanders loading one up. Tip, backhand shot it through the crease. Held in. Krenz will pick it up on the left point. Over to Abelin. That's going to be chipped out. Jaguars got to go. Abelin will get there first to Flanders. Good pressure since this goal by the Jaguars. Flanders pass hits almost goes up and hits the rafters. Jaguars regrouping here. Flanders got it. Make a play. Indirect for Oslin. Tip it in. Nicely done. 8 minutes to go, Ryan. Jaguars up by 1.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out there. That was another excellent play by Flanders. Instead of shooting that, trying to shoot it through a defenseman, she saw a teammate on the near side post, and that was a pass, not a shot that she got in because she had that angle. Led to a really good scoring opportunity. She's playing really well tonight, Kurt.
As much of a back and forth game as we've seen in a long time, Ryan. Jaguars will go up by 1. Hopkins will tie it up. Jaguars regain that lead. Hopkins tie it up. Here we are, 7:49 to go in the third. Jaguars up 4-3. They lead in shots by 1 as well, 25-24. What an even game. Now Wheelock pinching hard on that backside. She'll work it low. Third line back on again here after just scoring for the Jags. Picked up by Hopkins. Now around one of the forecheckers. They come ahead with speed. Watch the interference there. Knutson defending down that left side. What nicely walled off by Olivia Knutson. Loses her footing though. Played behind the goal line. There's Trineri. Picked up by Wheelock. She's got some room. Loses it behind the net. Now player out in front. Pivoting is the Royals. Taking it right to the front through the crease.
Get it out. Get it out.
Woodford first. Does not get it out. Held in by the Royals. Now they got numbers. 2-on-1 here. Short angle shot. Rash closes it off. Good save. To the corner. Under 7 to go.
Sink down. Help out.
Jaguars right to the front. Got to get it out. Rash, big save again. Rimmett. Trineri does that, but still held in. Third line on fumes here. Good stick check there by Woodford. Shot coming in. Loose in the crease. Picked up by Woodford. Got up. She pushes it to the wall. Back on it is Wheelock. 2 Park players there sensing their opportunity. Park circling left wing circle. Out to the point. Shot hits traffic. It's loose in front and it goes in. You felt that one coming.
You did. I mean, we got to figure out a way to rotate players in, Kurt. I realize it's easy for us to say clear the zone. It's hard when you're exhausted. But in that instance, you got to rotate in some fresh players just to get legs out there.
That was a shot from the high slot. It hit traffic in front. Rash was reacting to save what she thought was going to be the initial shot. She was down, and the puck just sort of lazily went in over the goal line. Just kind of a bad break. Well, we're back to even. Probably shouldn't have commented that this was a back and forth game because now we're tied again. Now, steal by the Royals. They come ahead. Good poke check by Krenz to get that out of the zone. Jaguars got to be a little more, play with the puck a little better. Melnichuk with a good shot on net.
Yeah, we're turning it over a fair amount, trying to carry it through the neutral zone.
Looking for Johnson in front with the tip. Come all the way out to Flanders on the blue line. We got
Allegra Kuhn, yep. Again, pointless.
I didn't see it, but
interference. She tried to rub off the player who was coming out to pick up Bea Flanders before the shot, right in front of the ref. Well,
the Jaguars have not killed off a penalty yet tonight. Hopkins 2 for 2 on the power play, and now they get one with a tie score. Timeout by the Jaguars, I would assume.
I mean, so I think your strategy here, Kurt, I mean, it's a tie game. You're running on fumes. You got to tell those players, like, one, you can't sit back. That last goal, right, when we got tired, we collapsed in front. They just kept circling, throwing pucks in front. You still got to find a way to be intelligently aggressive here. And when you get the chance, don't overthink it. Don't dance with it. You go high off glass to the degree that you can, or throw it to open ice,
or throw it into the bleachers. Right? There's no penalty for delay of game in high school hockey like there is in the NHL. If they've got the lanes to clear the puck down the ice cover, just flip it into the stands.
And when you do get the clear, I don't care if it's been 20 seconds, 30 seconds, you get fresh forwards out there at least. Like, do not burn energy sending two people chasing, trying to create an offensive opportunity. If you want to have like a forechecker, but you got to rotate in fresh bodies, you can't get caught with the same four out there for a minute and a half.
Yeah. Well, 5:49 to go here. A tie game and an all-important Section 6 playoff preview. Like we said, these two teams destined to meet in the first round of Section 6 AA. The winner of this game, in all likelihood, will host that playoff matchup. Now the Jaguars got to kill this penalty. They'll send out a PK unit of Kara Krenz and Bea Flanders on the back end. Kayla Starr, Kira Ablin up front. Wouldn't it be nice if Starr turned on the rocket jets and got a breakaway, Ryan?
It'd be nice, Kurt, but again, my focus here is like just prevent close range shots. Good start by Kayla on the hustle factor.
Played over. Krenz will get there first. Got to get this puck out, and she does. Clears it the length of the ice. Good work by Starr and Krenz. That'll drain off about 30 seconds of the power play so far. Now Steele, here's Starr down the left side. Kayla Starr to the middle. Shot. Good save by the Park goalie. Wow.
And that was a really smart way to forecheck there by Kira Ablin. She skated down. She didn't burn a bunch of energy trying to like pressure the puck behind the net, but picked up the carrier coming out, forced that turnover, creating the scoring opportunity.
Park changes up their unit. Jaguars will stick with what they started with. Ablin trying to win this face-off. 5:23 to go here. She wins it. Krenz with some time at the point. She'll cycle. Nice, smart play there, but Ablin can't catch the pass, and now Park regains possession. Well, Flanders pinching at the line. She'll hold that out.
1-on-3 there, stonewalling the offense.
Flanders now taken away by Park. They come ahead. A minute 15 in the penalty. They'll throw it deep. Krenz racing for it. 1-on-2.
Up on the sidewall.
Picked up by Park. Out to the point. Shot from distance. Deflected by Starr wide. Ablin battling there. Under a minute in the PK. Park has it. Left wing circle. Shot. Hits Rash. Rebound. It's loose. Puck. I don't know. We get a whistle. No goal. It pucks in the net. But I don't think there's a goal. I think the whistle blew.
They blew the whistle. No goal, but there's been no official.
I couldn't see the puck.
The last time we had a referee discussion, it didn't come out in our favor, Kurt. We can't go 0 for 2, can we? Oh, they're saying.
They're calling for a face-off in the circle, so.
All right, now Kurt, we're a minute in. We've got the same penalty-killing unit out there. That makes me nervous.
Face-off, clean win by the Royals. Krenz blocks that shot coming out, gets in front of it. Park with it below the goal line. Krenz keeping him to the side. Shot coming in. Rash sees it all the way, catches and holds, and now I imagine we'll get a change. Maybe not. 37 seconds to go. 4:25 in the third period. Shots 30-27 for Hopkins Park right now. Ablin need a face-off win here and a clear. Instead, Hopkins wins it. High slot. Shot coming in. Hits Rash in the chest. She gloves it. No rebound.
Hopkins definitely has a strategy here. They are feeding the high slot, and they are sending people across Sarah's line of vision at time of the shot. Every time they're getting somebody basically right in their grill as the shot comes in.
Jaguars now change out all 4 penalty killers. Face-off cleared by Knutson, but not out. Sent in by Hopkins, chasing his Wheelock. 20 seconds in the power play. Wheelock, she's got to be careful here. We cannot take another penalty. Oslin got some room. Don't skate into traffic and lose it. Oslin's going to get it deep nicely.
Hop up, stay back, stay back.
8 seconds to go. Hopkins right in front of their own net. Jaguars, Kuhn ready to come out of the box, and the Jaguars kill it off. Full strength, 5-on-5. Park clears it in. Knutson with time and space. Skating through the neutral zone. Knutson
Smartly
throws it
dumps
deep.
it in.
Under 3:30 to go, Rye.
Yep, now
Who wants
don't
it
get
more?
caught deep. Make sure that you keep that puck low. Make sure you're covering the blue line if your defenseman pinch. Good job throwing that in by Wheelock.
Wheelock sends it in. Johnson down there. She'll get it to Kuhn on the far half wall. Kuhn with a little bit of room. Kuhn gets to Trineri. Backhand shot right in front was Johnson. Kuhn now to this side of the point, to Krenz at the point. She fans on the shot. They're going to be picked up by Kuhn. Kuhn going to spin and shoot. I don't know if the goalie saw it with Trineri's screen in front.
Good hold.
Held by Flanders at the blind. Now to the neutral zone.
Get it deep, get it deep.
Picked up by Thornburg. Krenz will cover in. Shot off a skate, goes to the corner. Thornburg there. Backhanded. Below the line. 2:40 to go here. Tied up. Trineri forechecking, but can't get a stick on it. Now Hopkins inexplicably sends it back. They retreat. Woodford there. Out to the point. Flanders got some room. Flanders shot. Intercepted. Park ahead.
Got a back check. Got a back check.
Get a stick on that, Woodford. Flanders stepping up. She'll get that puck a little bit ahead. 2:12 to go here. Hopkins playing it ahead. Abelin over for Star. Star gets her pocket picked right in the slot. Rash coming up big. That was dangerous.
That was dangerous. We needed a change. So we got 2 minutes left here, Kurt. Tied game. Shots 32-28 in favor of Park. Now it's like, we do not commit a stupid penalty here, Kurt. Knock on wood again.
Winning time for the Jaguars. 2 minutes to go. Hopkins Park wins this face-off, though. Shot from the blue line. Rash will cover and hold, but you're right, Ryan. They're winning all the face-offs, and they're getting shots from the point. Got to dig in and win a face-off, Jaguars.
There we go.
There she does. Picked up by Austin. Sent around, but nobody really home. Now Star will get there. Star tries to stick handle, but loses it. Park with pressure. Shot coming in. Rash save up high. Still dangerous are the Royals. 1:45 to go here.
Spread out. Space out.
Hopkins plays it behind the net. Picked up by Wheelock. Got to skate it, but she can't get a handle on it. Picked up by Park in the neutral zone. They got the momentum now. Shot goes wide. 1:27 to go. Oslin plays it back, but out of Wheelock's range. Picked up by Park.
This line's been out there a while now, Kurt. Got to get it out of the zone. Get it deep.
Shot coming in nicely.
That works.
Covered by Rash. This time no rebound. Jaguars covering up the players in the slot well, but
they are sending bodies every time, Kurt. Every time that puck gets into the crease, there are 3 Hopkins players going full charge at it, waiting for that puck to pop.
Johnny Rash is wearing out a path in this concrete up here. He's pacing left and right. Melnichuk wins that faceoff for Flanders. Flanders gets it to Krenz. Krenz back to Flanders. There you go. Time and space now. Her pass gets a skate though.
Gotta get back.
Shot coming in. Good save by Rash. Park is getting too many good shots now though.
They are, and there you can tell Flanders was trying to find Kuhn cutting across, but you got to get those passes through.
Maybe time to start chipping it high and chasing. 1 minute to go here. Tipped, held in by the Royals just as it was about to leave the zone. Flanders has it over to Krenz. Krenz pivot around one of the Royals. There it is, up to space, but Kuhn was kind of turned around.
That's offsides.
Park is offsides. Krenz will carry it out. Cross ice for Johnson. Johnson.
That's all right. Dump it deep.
Plays it deep. 38 seconds to go here. Rimmed by Hopkins Park. Flanders decides to pinch. Holds it in with a skate. There's a Melnichuk hold in. Centering pass looking for Melnichuk. 25 seconds to go. Krenz sees that puck out to the neutral zone. Held it
nice job by
in at the blue line, and Hopkins has it with 15 seconds. D up, Jags. Tipped in. That should be icing. And we'll get it. Ooh, 9.4. Probably
Jags
not.
just running on fumes right now, Kurt.
We'll get
10 seconds left. Do we get a point for an overtime regardless? Is this NHL scoring rules?
I don't know how that works.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. We did have an overtime game earlier this year, so we're familiar with how that works, but still 9.4 seconds to go in this period. Jaguars with the territorial advantage. Face-off win. Austin to the middle, but she has it taken away. Time going to run out here. That was interesting.
That was. You could see Austin picked up that puck, was trying to get in a shooting position. But man, I'll tell you, Kurt, this from about mid-second period on, we have lost so many pucks where they've just poked it off our stick. And I think that's a sign of like we're losing a step. And this Hopkins team has been consistent throughout of just they're winning puck battles at this point, Kurt.
Yeah, they have the momentum at this point, but they've not held the lead yet tonight.
No.
Each time the Jaguars, we scored first, and they've tied it now 3 times at 2-0, 2-2, I should say, 3-3, and 4-4. We've got a 2.5 minute break, and then we'll play an 8-minute 5-on-5 sudden death overtime period.
God, 8 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. I don't know if I'm going to make it 8 minutes, Kurt. This is stressful.
That's right. You're doing double duty tonight here with our compatriot Jason, sprawled out on the couch in Aspen, watching with the fire going, eating the popcorn.
I heard today was seaweed wrap and goat yoga day.
Oh, okay.
At the Aspen Men's Retreat Spa.
Is it like that cruise line commercial where the guy just keeps saying, "Can I get more? Can I get more of that?" I can see Jason doing that, can't you?
Yep. Jay's got his earbuds in right now, removing the cucumber slices only when he hears we have a goal.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Well,
right, so it'll be interesting to see here. So the strategy here, I mean, I feel like at this point, Hopkins is playing very aggressive. Like they're attacking at the blue line, holding it in. I think there's an opportunity to counterattack, but you've got to be intelligent about it. You can't have like 2 forwards go deep and then turn it over at the blue line. You got to like identify whose job is it to like stay and help out. And the big thing here, Kurt, is we've seen this leaking as the game has progressed. I know everybody's got a role, right? Like this is your player to guard, this is your zone to guard. But there's times where you have to flex outside of that. And if you see somebody gets beat coming out of the corner, you've got to come down, help, force them to pass it back to the blue line.
This is no time for formulaic hockey.
No.
You got to do whatever you need to do to get a win here. Just noticing on the bench, Ryan, I do see Kalina Walsh in her warm-up. She's taken off her uniform. She's in her warm-up civilian clothes, I guess, let's say, with
She's out there, which is a good sign.
Yeah,
so she must be feeling reasonably well, but yeah. The other thing I'd say here, Kurt, is as players get tired, you see more sticks, right? So instead of like catching up to players and sort of staying with them, there's a tendency for hooking, tripping, interference. Right. A lot of that stick type penalties, we cannot afford to go down a player.
No, we can't.
In OT here.
Right. Unless unless you have to take a penalty to stop a great scoring chance. But those are not the kind of penalties we've had tonight. They've been in the offensive zone exclusively, I think. And, you know, I have to say it, I think we could have been called for more than we have been.
We definitely, that first period, we were commenting, they were letting them play. I mean, it's had to have been pretty egregious to warrant a call.
Well, here we go. Sudden death overtime. The Jaguars will send out a forward line of Kira Evelyn, Kayla Starr, and Ava Oslin. On the back end, it's Kara Krenz and Bea Flanders. For the right to host a playoff game in February. Jaguars win that faceoff. Starr with it. She's skating around. Puck off her stick, though. She's going to have to have it taken away from her, but it'll go down below our goal line. Krenz defending against the Park player there. 2 Park players, 2 Jaguars. Swinging around to the front. Pass misses.
That was a good job by Oslin there, though. You saw her doing exactly what we were talking about. She was coming down to help out. And here again,
there's a forecheck by Evelyn. Evelyn causes a turnover behind the net. Now she's assaulted by 2 Park players. Starr forechecking. Back and forth. Each team has had it in the other's end once. There Park goes. Smart play. Just chip it out. Krenz tips that puck ahead. Oslin is there. Can she get it out? Starr chips it ahead. Evelyn's got it now. They're all in their backhands, though, so indirect for Flanders. Flanders has some room. She'll chip it to the neutral zone. Starr battles there, goes down, but you're not going to get that penalty call in overtime. Possible turnover here at the line. It's Starr with it for Flanders at the point. Flanders over for Kuhn. Kuhn to Krenz. Krenz with some room in front. Shot coming in.
Good shot.
That got all the way through. Out to the point. It'll go to Vea. Flanders turns it over. Here comes Hopkins. Counterattack. Flanders stands it up. Picked up by Starr. Oh, Starr loses a tire. Goes down. Wow. Dangerous here.
Hop back up.
Melnichuk on to help. Picked up by Hopkins. Shot coming in. Rash fights it off to the corner.
Starr's been out there a long time, Kurt.
So is Krenz.
Got to get there.
Kuhn's got to win this puck and get it out. She does, cross ice, but Jaguars won't be able to get a change. Because this is overtime, we've got the long change, and that's thrown
Hey, you
onto the
mentioned that
bench.
earlier. You can always throw it out the rink to get a fresh line out.
Flanders did that. Yeah, that between Starr, Krenz, and Flanders, they were out there for over 2 minutes, and at this point in a game, 2 minutes is an eternity.
It was. Yeah, I mean, that's 3 periods in already, plus the 2 minutes.
Now Melnichuk on. That's going to squirt out. Oh, I thought that puck was out.
Oh, they did.
It was.
It was. Just delayed call. Hey, credit to Harlow Johnson there. She powered out of that face. So the wings here are responsible for getting to the point if that face-off draw goes back. Johnson did a good job of putting pressure on.
Melnichuk, Johnson, and Kuhn up front for the Jags. Knutson and Wheelock on the back end. Puck in the neutral zone. Allegra works it back to...
Don't dance.
Works it back, but there's a turnover. Here come Hopkins Park. Shot off the post. Ramps high. Johnson tries to get it out backhanded. Held in at the point by Hopkins Park. Now Melnichuk will work it out.
Melnichuk.
Did that hit the post? I thought
it did. That hit the post.
Second post of the game for the Royals. Kuhn leaning into the Park player there. They'll play it deep and
she's gassed.
Centering pass. Deflected puck right out in front. Covered up. Rash
Smart
does.
play by Rash.
Side of the net.
The whistle.
We needed a change and bringing that first unit back out here. 5:07 to go. Getting down to nail-biting time, Ryan.
We've already burned our time out. We got no more breathers coming.
Jaguars a little slow playing on this lineup. Evelyn wins it to Starr. Starr will be able to skate that out. She tried to chip it to herself, but got an awkward bounce off the glass. Now Park in the neutral zone. They're regrouping. Jaguars trying to forecheck, cause a turnover. Nice play. Here comes Hopkins. Oh,
Way to get
Flanders
back,
falls
Austin. Way to
down.
get back.
Krenz is back.
Nice
Hope checks
job,
it to the
Ava.
corner. Krenz battling with that Park player, takes it away. She'll send it for Flanders. Can she get there and chip it ahead? She can to Oslin. Oslin cross ice for just out of the reach of Star. Here come the Jaguars. Kayla Star going wide. Star on her backhand. She's hauled down. We got a penalty coming. The Jaguars will go to the power play. Is that a goal? He's pointing at the net.
No, I think he's just pointing at who drew the penalty.
He's pointing at, all right, well.
So I'm curious here, Kurt. I mean, they're basically rotating two lines. With that first power play unit being basically 5 forwards from those first two lines, do you just play your straight lines, right? Like put out a forward line with 2D instead of exhausting the 5 forwards? Because that line that's out there right now that just drew it is already gassed.
Well, Coach Johnson's on the... so we do get an extra penalty, an extra timeout in... I think that's what Coach Mark was asking the referee. Do we get another timeout for overtime? We must. We're assuming the Jaguars called that first timeout. I don't know. I guess I didn't see it for sure, but
I assumed so as well, considering the scenario. But here again, I wonder, and I know, Kurt, they work on power play, right? They have power play units for a reason. They instruct the players on what they want to do. But at this point, with 4.5 minutes left, do you just play it straight? Like you play your two lines with 2 sets of D with the man advantage. You're not at risk then of like giving up a shorthanded opportunity because you got natural defensemen out there.
Yeah, I think they're going for the win though. There's 4:26 to go. By all appearances, it looks like they're going to send that 5 forward unit out.
Our second unit utilizes 3D, and we don't have 5 at this point. So when that unit comes off, you've only got 1D left.
Yeah,
a lot of strategy.
Lots of unintended consequences.
John Rash is saying pull the goalie again. He wants 6-on-4. 4.5 minutes left. Put both forward lines
Johnny
out
Rash
there.
is as nervous as I've ever seen him. He is pacing up a storm here. But 4:26 to go. Let's set the table. 4-4. Jaguars in a tie with their Section 6 AA nemesis, I guess you'd say, Hopkins Park. They beat us in the playoffs last year. Carmen Melnichuk will take this draw. Indeed, the 5 forward power play unit is on. 4:26 to go here. Jaguars with a 2-minute power play. Puck below the goal line. Park's got possession of it. They'll chip it around.
Gotta get there.
Kuhn wins that puck race, and now we'll set it up.
Take your time.
Allegra for Kira. Kira for Allegra. Allegra for Kayla. Kuhn will go cross ice to Oslin. Right wing circle. Jaguars on the perimeter here. Oslin through the middle. Melnichuk tips it to the corner. Picked up by Star. Looking for a shot, but instead to Kuhn. Cross ice. Oslin little slow on that trigger, but she eventually got the shot off, but by then the goalie had moved right to left and was in position.
The nice thing there, though, Kurt, is we saw a little more variety in that power play. I like that we went down low to Kier to start that out. I mean, you got to make these defenders move and work.
1:23 to go on the man advantage. Another face-off win, though, by Hopkins. The Jaguars. Stark held that. Oh, no. Here comes Hopkins. Racing is Melnichuk. 2-on-1. 2-on-1. Hopkins in. Saved by Rash. Puck's high in the air. That's what you were worried about, Ryan. But Rash came up big. Now here comes Star. Down the left side. Kayla going wide. Lowers that shoulder to the front of the net. Rebound there. Hopkins comes ahead. Kuhn playing D. A possible 2-on-1. 50 seconds in the power play. Puck dribbles in. Oh, Rash mishandles it. Where is it? She got it? Okay, she's got it in her glove. I wasn't sure. Wow.
So now after 2 trips up and down, Kurt, this lineup's gassed. So now you're back. Now you've got 3D out there for the last 43 seconds.
Yeah, it's interesting. All right. Melnichuk, Johnson, Krenz, Knutson, and Flanders out for the Jaguars. 37 seconds in the power play. Here comes Krenz, cross ice, hits Melnichuk at the center line, shouldered off. We're going to get another penalty. We're going to get another penalty on Hopkins, and the Jaguars to the two-man advantage. I think that's a legit call. That was a shoulder block in open ice.
I'll tell you what, fair or not, I get the Hopkins fan frustration here. We've seen about 17 of those plays
You're right.
during the game, and maybe 2 have been called. At this point in the game, to your point, it's legit, but they've let similar plays go all game.
29 seconds of two-man advantage, 5-on-3. First power play unit back out now. Star at the top. She shoots. Ramps high and wide. Austin will pick this up. Jaguars need quality shots at this point. Austin to Melnichuk, fans on the one-timer. Gets over to Kuhn, though. Kuhn looking for Austin, tipped in front.
You also got to be cautious. You got that penalty winding down in 5 seconds.
One of the players coming out. Kuhn with room, doesn't get left. She shoots it, she scores! The winner, the game winner, it's Allegra Kuhn from the left wing circle. Allegra Kuhn from Kayla Starr. Your Jaguars are winners here tonight at the Ice Garden. It's 5-4 Jefferson, and the kitchen is closed. Woo!
And Kurt, that was not the best shot of the game. That didn't get off the ice. It wasn't fast, but it was quick, and it snuck just inside that near side post. Wow, did we need that win, Kurt Krenz.
What a win for the Jaguars. Yeah, I was about to say she didn't get much on the shot.
She did
I
not.
didn't even think it was on net, and all of a sudden it's in the back of the net. Wow.
That's a baseball term. That was a C&I single right there.
Hey.
Man, that just rolled right inside. Yep.
You know, for all the snipes that we've had up to this point,
Yep.
we get a sloppy, not a sloppy goal, but one that wasn't connected with all the velocity. Biggest win for the Jaguars in a very, very, very long time. And Ryan, we're 4-1. We're 5-6 overall, but in this new Ice Garden, the Jaguars are 4-1.
Fair point. And I know we probably don't have visiting fans watching our broadcast, Kurt, but I'll tell you that we have been on the opposite side of emotional losses before. Dude, that Hopkins team gave us everything they had. Like, that is a heartbreaking loss. And again, we'll say it, from a fan perspective, getting that second penalty call to go down 5-3 after as physical a game as that was.
You're right.
Man, that is...
The more I think about
that is tough.
I can see why they would be up in arms about that call. It was an open ice hit. It was a shoulder.
Again, to your point,
but the player had the puck.
It's not that that's not a penalty.
Yeah.
But the way they had been reffing up to that point, they were letting a lot of that stuff go. But regardless, we will take the win. We will take it.
You don't apologize for those kinds of things. We will take the win, absolutely. And now,
are we celebrating with last year's captain over there?
We have we have 2024-25 senior co-captain Kendall Elmquist in the house, back from KU, Kansas University, all ready for winter break. Man, must not be a highly stringent academic university if you're already getting out on December 11th. I don't know, but at this point, we're just going to enjoy this win. It's like, what does this win mean, Ryan? This means that we're, in all likelihood, I guess,
driver's seat, right?
We're in the driver's seat. That's a great way to put it.
We still got to finish strong.
We still got to finish.
I mean, record still matters, but head to head, and this is the only time we play them during the regular season, right?
Yep.
So assuming we end up comparably record-wise to the schedule-wise, that is a big advantage.
Head-to-head means an awful lot when those coaches meet at the end of the season to decide playoff seedings. And I look today, we have not had a home playoff game in the Bloomington Ice Garden, new or old, in over 10 years. What an amazing, we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but what an amazing experience.
Opportunity.
That would be if that were to come to pass here in this new Ice Garden. Great win for the Jaguars. They started strong, Ryan. they let the foot off the gas a little through the middle of the game, but we finished strong as well, and all that matters is it's a win.
And we have now momentum, right? Two excellent games this week of completely different varieties.
Yes, wow.
But we should be feeling good about ourselves now. We've mentioned we have a JV only game this coming Saturday, but similarly, our next varsity JV game is again Chaskatchan at Chaskatchan
on Tuesday,
and I think it's on Thursday.
Oh,
of
you're
next
right.
week.
You're Thursday. Yeah, we got a whole week off. Yeah.
Thursday, December 18th, and looking at, I mean, we haven't played them yet, but they look to be a solid team this year.
Yes.
I mean, from what I hear, that's going to be a tough opponent. And when we're back on the road, Johnny Rash pointed out, we have our season schedule breaks out to stretch of away games, stretch of home games.
We
now
got
we're
a month away
games.
from the ice garden.
Yeah.
Before we sign off, we should mention Sarah Rash making some big saves in that overtime. Jaguars had
taking it for granted at this point. She's been doing it all year.
You made the comment about, you got 5 forwards out there. What's going to happen if they counterattack and they got to play defense? And Hopkins attacked with some numbers, and we needed a save, and we got one. But what a game for the Jaguars, top to bottom. You had that third line, Etta Woodford getting her 5th in 2 games. And really providing some good jump in that third period when they hadn't played a lot in the second. Just a total team win tonight.
That was phenomenal. I just got a text from our pal Jason Knutson. In celebration, he tossed a baby goat across the room, but good news is baby goat's okay.
All right. Well,
hopefully, speaking of hopefully Kalina Walsh is okay. She obviously had something going on, but was on the bench, so it probably wasn't like a muscle bone malady or whatever. Maybe just illness, who knows, or just caught a stick in the
really
in the
only that's the only negative to come out of tonight. We need Kalina. We noticed her absence, and we need her back. But great night overall for the Jaguars, and what a great win. We've been in tight ones over the years that have come out the wrong way, Ryan, and boy, it feels nice to get a win on this one. All right, well, for statistician John Woodford, for cameraman Johnny Rash, for broadcast partner Ryan Kuhn, Kurt Krenz, father of the game winner, I should mention, Ryan Kuhn. Tonight, Kurt Krenz signing off. Your final score from the Ice Garden. It's the Jefferson Jaguars in overtime with a 5-4 win over the Hopkins Park Royals. We'll come back JV on Saturday. Come back for a JV Varsity a week from tonight. Have a safe week, everybody. You've been listening to Jaguars Hockey.